Right, today, because it's the World Cup in Russia, we thought we'd try a Russian dish. Now, we've never done this before, so we're not sure how it's going to work out, are we, Sam? Could be terrible, could be wicked, but we're going to go for it anyway. Right, this is a traditional Russian dumpling dish. Now, what you do is you get flour, salt, eggs, whack a couple of eggs in, so help if you break it. Bit of warm water. You don't want to add the water slowly really, because what you don't want is you don't want to add too much and end up with a sloppy mess like I normally do. So I'm just going to add a bit of water, give it a stir. Lovely. So there we are, that's just flour, egg, water and a bit of salt for seasoning. So that's our dough mix done. Keep kneading until it's nice and fine and all mixed in. Beautiful. So this is going to be the dumpling. Now, we're going to fill these dumplings, we're going to stuff them. So what we're going to stuff them with is some, we'll just let this rest for a bit. We're going to stuff them with some pork. So, I've got my food processor here. So we got a little blade in there, lovely. I'm going to use a red onion, I think. I fancy a red onion today, Sam. Yeah? You fancy a red onion? You feeling the red onion? Yeah? So, peel the red onion. In the processor. Bit of minced pork. In the processor with it. Season it with salt. Bit of pepper. Get that on there. Get that up. Rinds, get that going. So that's mixing together. I love you. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Nicely puree, just a few lumpy bits, we'll mix the rest by hand, I can't be bothered. Right, okay. So we've got our pork mixture. We'll whack that in a bowl. So you can see it. Right, there's the onion, there's the pork. We can mix in by hand. A couple of big chunks in there. Be careful when we're putting it into the dumplings. Right, now, get rid of like that. Got our dough back. Gonna flour the side. Looks it does anything, I just like doing it. Right, so we floured the side. Take a bit of our dough. Just kneaded nice. Put it on there. Now, traditionally, these are supposed to be really thin, almost translucent. So I'm going to try and get this as thin as I possibly can. So you see, from just a little bit of dough, I'm getting quite a big piece of dumpling mix. Right, okay. We've got that. Out of that, we're going to cut some circles. Okay. So these are what we're going to make our dumplings with. Lovely, Sam. Look at that. You excited? I'm excited. I've never done this before. I'll tell you what. I bet it's going to end in failure, isn't it? You know what? I'm worried. I won't lie to you. I'm getting a bit worried here. Right, I've got a pan of boiling water on there. Traditionally, you're supposed to cook it in beef stock. So here's the pan of water. I'm just going to break in the beef stock. Do you know what? This was Sam's idea to do this. So if it turns out rubbish, I'm not taking the blame, mate. All right, you can just take it. You can just take it like a man, mate. 'Cause I'm not having it. Right, okay. Right, we got some of the pork mixture that we just put together. Pork, onion, bit of salt and pepper. Put those in the middle like that. I don't put too much in, because if I put too much in, it's all going to ooze out. You don't want that. You don't want an oozy dumpling. You want a whole dumpling. There's nothing worse than an oozing dumpling. I tell you. Right, okay. You've got to keep your dumplings. You want a firm, sealed dumpling. Right. So, I'm just going to wet my hands a bit. Just stick a bit of water around it, around one side, just to bind, to make the mixture a little bit wet, just to bind it together. Right. So you want a nice wet bit of pastry. So they like it. Right. Okay. So we've got. I'm going to turn it over and push it down. So you got a little dumpling shaped like that. And it's important that you try and get the air out and push it together so it sticks. Now what I like to do is give it a little nick in there like that with your finger and thumb. Just put it together so it looks like a little Cornish pasty almost. Or a little, what do they call them, raviolis? It's like a ravioli, isn't it? But it's, that's Italian, by the way. Right, okay. This is Russian. That's my Russian accent. Hey, I'm good with languages. Right, okay, so we'll stick that across there like that. Do you want to hear my Swedish? Hoody doody doody. Right. That's my Swedish. And then I've got my, what else have I got? Irish. Potato! That's me Irish. And what else? Chinese. What? No, I won't do Chinese. I don't want to offend anyone. Right, the Irish, it's the only accepted form of racism you can have. Right, okay. So I've got the dumplings. They look lovely. I'm just going to put them. I'm going to turn that down so it's not as vigorous. I don't want them to break apart. So I'm just going to put those into the beef stock and cook those in the beef stock. Make sure they're stuck together. There we go. Beautiful. So they're poaching lovely. Got a little bit of butter here. Traditionally, these are served with a little bit of butter on and some sour cream and vinegar on the side. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to kick start on the butter. But we'll get a nice plate. Obviously, these will take a few minutes to cook. The most important thing with these is to make sure that the meat is cooked in the middle. So we want to make sure of that. But on the side, we're going to serve them with a dollop of sour cream, there's my melted butter. We need something to scoop the dumplings out with, like that, something with holes in helps, because don't forget they're being cooked wet. Give those a little flick over. So they're cooking lovely in the beef stock. Right, also traditionally these are served with vinegar. So I've got my trusty red wine vinegar here. So I'm going to serve a little bit of vinegar on the side of them as well. I said, we've got any little cups I can use, Vicky, to put the vinegar in, or any little dishes? I don't know. Here we go. It's a little cup. This is a pretty little cup. So I put a little vinegar on there. A little bit of vinegar in it, just to pour on top. A bit of red wine vinegar. That's lovely. Right, let's give these another stir around. Make sure they're poaching nicely. These are nice. What are these called in Russian, Sam? The Russian dumplings. Well, that sounded a bit Irish or something, didn't it? That wasn't good. I just scrap that. Can you cut that bit?
Nope.
Oh my God. Right, okay. Google it. Got to Google what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay, let's Google Russian dumplings. Okay, go on then, find out. You are the researcher.
Yeah,
That sounds good, doesn't it? She's not really a researcher, she's just someone who just turned up. Yeah, but there's got to be a Russian name for them, because they don't speak English in Russia, do they?
Oh, hold on.
All right.
Google Translate.
Yeah, Google
Google Translate.
Translate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Alright. Google Translate. Do you want me to translate it to Russian?
Yeah.
Direct language. What are we looking for?
Right, we're about there on our dumplings now, anyway. By the time we found out, we would have eaten it, Vicky. Don't worry about it. So we've got little dumplings. We'll drain them off. Rubber dumplings. I think you must be looking at the wrong thing, Vicky.
Russian dumplings.
Oh, right, okay. So we've got a bit of that. Just get a little bit of the beef stock on top.
I don't think they've actually got a name. I think that's just what they're called.
And butter. Just need to serve a little bit of butter. So just glaze them with a little bit of butter on top. There we go. So this is our Russian pork stuffed dumplings with sour cream and red wine vinegar. Keep cooking. And that's a wrap.
You really wanted to show that off?
Yeah, I did, yeah. Did you like it? Sam brought it for me.
I love your jacket.
Yeah,
I love it.
On Snapchat, so
I
she saw it.
absolutely love it.
Yeah.